Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I am going to be talking to you guys about the Mahina Merfin and how it compares to the Finis Luna. So, let's get started. So I had the opportunity the other day to swim in this Monofin for the first time, and I thought it would be pretty cool to give you guys my thoughts since enough of you ask, and just kind of let you know how I feel about it in comparison to the Finis Luna. So the reason I actually got this was not for me, so don't get excited, I am not switching to this Monofin. I got it because I make tails for it. So if you guys are curious at all about the tails that I make, be sure to check me out on shopvancouvermermaid.com. I make custom fabric tail skins for the Luna as well as the Mahina, and for only those two fins at this time. So because the adult size, the blade is all the same, just the foot pockets change, I figured that having one would just give me, you know, greater range in my tail making. So size-wise, the Mahina is definitely the larger fin. It is made out of recycled rubber as opposed to the Luna, which is made out of silicone. It is not super flexible, I mean, in here it looks kind of flexible actually, but when you're sitting behind it doesn't have the same kind of flop, the same kind of natural like flop that this fin has. I would say that propulsion-wise, and you're all gonna judge me and be like, oh, well, you weren't swimming properly, or oh, well, you're biased, or whatever. I'm gonna tell you, I honestly didn't notice that big of a difference in terms of how fast I go. That is because I do have knee problems, foot problems, and back problems. So regardless of what fin I'm in, monofin, flippers, whatever, I have to swim very carefully not to give myself knee pain, back pain, or foot pain. I honestly felt like because I am so scared to cramp, and I did cramp a lot in this, I had to swim slower anyways because to keep from cramping. So my biggest issue with this fin, okay? My biggest issue is why? What is this? Why are these here? I don't understand this. These little bumpies that I swear are only there to give you blisters, I'm pretty sure, because I was only in it for the first chunk of swimming for probably 15 minutes, and I already had blisters. I was like, hi, blisters, welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is good. To get it on is really difficult, so when my feet were wet, it was easier, but dry was definitely difficult. I'm gonna start with the negative stuff first. I hope you guys are cool with that. Also, these are all just my opinions. This is from somebody who deals with pain, who has a hard time with certain things. So this may not be your experience, and if it's not your experience, that is 100% okay, and I am totally happy for you. If you found this fin, you love this fin, then power to you. Okay, that's really good. But I'm just gonna say what bothered me about it. The foot, getting your feet in here, like the thing is, so I'm a size 11, and this goes from 10.5 to 12.5, which is good. I don't fit in the size smaller than this, which goes up to 10, I think, or 10.5. Anyways. So once my feet are in here, as I'm swimming, it's actually loose on my feet, and I was stunned. I'm like, this isn't normal. Oh, my stomach's growling. Can you hear that? I did not try it with socks because I felt like it wasn't fair, because I don't have to wear socks with this one. So it's like, if I wear socks with this one and it's super comfortable, then, you know what I mean? It's not like a super fair comparison. I've never been a fan of the shape, unfortunately. I think this is really cool, but I've never been a fan of it fanning out. It's, for my personal taste, I'm just not, I don't know. I love the color. I think the color's probably my favorite part. I love the color, but it really evens me out. It makes me feel quite balanced because I have nice, you know, wide hips. It just, so waist, hips, and then it just feels like a natural shape from my narrow ankles and out. So I did like that. I thought that made me feel like I looked pretty in it. I love the fact that it looks great with leggings. I don't love the fact that your feet are so close together. Look at this. This is insane. This is way too tight. There should be space. That's probably my favorite part about this fin, is the amount of space. Now, a lot of mermaids will complain, oh, well, the water and my thing and fabric and I'm like, they've never had an issue. It doesn't cause me any stress. It makes it so much more comfortable because my ankles aren't rubbing together, and it makes me so happy. So, just saying. Other things I had to say about it, probably its coolest feature was, I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach growling, I am quite hungry. Its coolest feature was going into a backflip. I didn't have to have, I could literally one kick and around, and it looped and it pushed you through. And even though this one doesn't, you don't get that same pressure on your thighs because there isn't the same pull, because it's such a flexible fin, for some weird reason it did feel easier to do in the Mahina. So I haven't got an explanation. I don't know. It was interesting. In terms of making tails for this Monofin, my complaint is how thick it is. I really hate how hugely thick this is. Making a pattern for it means that you have to, when you are designing it in Photoshop, you have to add like an extra, I think I added like an extra ½ an inch, so that way the pattern doesn't show up right on the edge, because the fabric gets pulled around the sides. So there's like a little bit of extra math involved there. Other pros, like a lot of these more flexible monofins, it doesn't cut through your tail, which is nice. I love that it is flexible, so it is easy to get in and out of tail skins. I think that's a really great plus. I had a hard time taking it off, despite the fact that it felt like a bit baggy on me. Other than that, I love that they didn't make this super raised. I think that's great because it doesn't show through on tail skins as much. I think this is a bit weird that these are quite like boxy, chunky, like there's space in here. I feel like that's gonna show on tails and stuff, but I like that it has the drainage, and I like that it has the drainage on the back. I think that's very clever. And you know, the Luna is pretty much the same in that regard. It has more drainage though, and my little toes can kind of wiggle out the back. It also has more space here, but this is definitely thicker on the Mahina. In terms of the strap situation, I like that these ones have the option for more sizing. The Mahina does not. I know that people wear socks with it, and that can help. So I don't really know what to say there. I know that the Mertailor's Monofin is the same thing. It's just kind of like, well, here are the straps and hopefully it fits you. Yeah, I don't think, this one doesn't have any sort of scale shape to it, which is good and bad. You know, it's nice that it's kind of a blank slate. You can kind of determine where you want the shape to be on your thing. I do kind of like the Luna ones just because they look very similar to my personal scales on my tail, which makes me happy. I don't really have too much else to say about this. I enjoyed swimming in it for the first few minutes. When I took it off and then I went and took a break and then put it back on, that was a big no-no. That really hurt. I cramped almost immediately when I got back in the water. I don't cramp in the Luna. This is some kind of phenomenon. I don't know why, but I do not cramp in this fin, and if I do, there's enough toe space that I can just wiggle my toes a little bit. Maybe I just sort of raft for a few minutes and then it's fine again. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's worked for me, and if this Monofin works for you, that's awesome. I do think overall I'm happy to have one. I'm happy I got to try it finally. I could see what all the hullabaloo is about. Will I make a tail for myself with it? Probably not, just because I cannot swim in it for long periods of time comfortably. So if you guys have any other questions or comments you want to ask or leave, be sure to do so in the comment section down below. I will include a little bit more swimming footage if I haven't already while I've been talking, and overall I don't necessarily have a rating for it, short of the fact that comfort is a thing for me. If this was a comfortable Monofin, I would probably be like, yeah, okay, you know what, I could do something with it. I need comfort. I need it to be really comfortable, and for me this is still the most comfortable Monofin that I've ever used. And I'm gonna just stick with this if that's cool with everybody. Yeah, on that note though, I will leave affiliate links in the description box below if you guys are interested in grabbing yourself one of these two fins. either or. It is up to you. That is why I do these videos. This is not like a Courtney rant, why I hate or love either of these fins. It's not about that. It's about finding you guys the fin that is going to make your mermaid dreams come true. And yeah, on that note, if you like this video, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell notifications so you don't miss any of my mermaid adventures. And yeah, if you guys are interested in joining my Patreon pod for behind the scenes content and other goodies, definitely check out the link in the description box below for that as well. On that note, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Alfie is asleep, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. All right, happy swimming. Bye.